welcome. My name is Kathy A. And you know what? Last couple of weeks of August, I watch YouTube people just like you do, and I get suckered into it. I don't know if I call it suckered in, but I am exposed to new products. And also from the school I've been attending, they've recommended certain products for me to try. So I have another Faves and Flops for August. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, or please at least like this video. It really does help me out. The the YouTube analytics and all that stuff that they put you in ranks and stuff. It would really help me out a lot if you could just click the like button or make a comment or something. That would be great. Boy, I sound like I'm begging. Anyway, I'm going to start it off with a product that they reached out to me, and I'm really enjoying it actually. It is collagen. And you know, collagen has been, it's like the #1 protein in our body, and it's responsible for a lot of things like joint, immune system, digestive, gut health. It's good for your skin, your hair, your nails. Just like, remember that stuff we used to have for our nails? I think it was called Knox. That's dating me back. I remember this picture of a lady with really long nails, and she had one of those bouffant hairdos and really thick eyeliner. Anyway, this is collagen powder, and it's something that you take inside, because a lot of the creams and the topical solutions that have collagen in them, they were not really that effective. They'd moisturize your face, but they weren't getting in to the pores and doing any real good from internal levels. So when you ingest collagen, it does have more of a chance to get through your system and do the good that it needs to do. So now, I'm not a doctor, as you know, but I do watch them on YouTube. So I just parrot what they say. And they all seem to agree that there's not really a downside to having this, because you're ingesting this protein, there's, all kinds of things. Now, this is collagen for her. And you can get them on Amazon. They're a powder, and it's just a very tasteless powder. And I was a little suspect of this until I actually tried it. But this is the powder itself. And the scoop comes in there, but it's really fun looking for the scoop. Remember the scoops they used to have in the cocoa powder? You wind up with your hand full of cocoa powder. Anyway, this is a tasteless powder that you add to hot drinks, or if you're making a smoothie in the blender, you can put a scoop of this in that. Once a day, this stuff will improve things. Now, I can't make that promise. I'm just going to say that I took before pictures, and I will show you in December, which is only like 4 months away, any differences in my skin, my hair, my nails, and if I feel better. So this is a wonderful product. Right now, I guess they're having their Labor Day sale this weekend. You buy one product, you get 10% off. You get 2 products, it's like 15% off. 3 products is 20% off. And they have several different formats of collagen powder. And again, it's tasteless. I'm going to show you a movie of me putting it in my coffee and then tasting it. You can't tell it's there. You cannot tell it's there. It doesn't make any kind of a oil slick on the top of your coffee or anything. It is absolutely tasteless, works well, and you know what? If you can add that supplement painlessly to your routine each day and wind up better for it. I mean, we didn't have all this science back in the 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s. Now that people are starting, we're becoming scientists now in the beauty world. I mean, we're saying hyaluronic acid and things like that. We never would have said words like that back in the 60s. But now, you know, they're learning so much more about supplements and their effects on the body over a long term. Now, nothing's overnight, nothing's Amazon Prime, okay? This is going to take, you know, a couple months to work for you, but there's like 41 servings in here, so that's 41 days. So that's, you know, a month and a half-ish. So I think it's a really wonderful powder. Now, they make different types. They also have a marine version that has biotin in it, and that is made with fish collagen. And I haven't tried this yet. I will try this and let you know next time whether or not it has the fishy taste, because I can't. But this one has, this is the beauty formula, and this is the marine collagen. So since they're having the sale this weekend, this is a really good time to give this stuff a try. And again, you know, doctors, I'm not a doctor, but hey, you know, it's a supplement, and you know, what's the harm in trying? Now, if you don't want to deal with a powder in your coffee or your tea, you can take the little capsules. So then you just, if you can swallow capsules, I can't. But if you just swallow one of these with some water, let it get into your system, and do the goodness that it does. So this is called Collagen for Her. This is a woman-owned company, and they base this on the idea that a lot of products really aren't made for women and our special body needs. I mean, we have a lot of things that are different than men, and this is, you know, I'm sure if you're a man you can take this as well, but as a woman, this is in an absorbable and digestible format. This is peptide, collagen peptide, which those particles are broken down amino acids. Boy, don't I sound like a scientist. Anyway, it's broken down to the point where it's easy for you to digest and absorb into your system. So this is like one of the better ones. There's so many different collagen powders out there. A lot of the stuff on Amazon you can't trust. I do trust this, and I have been enjoying this now 3 days in a row. I've been enjoying it. You cannot taste it in your coffee. I put my sweetener and my cream in, and it tastes exactly the same. I just don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about what it is, okay? So, Collagen for Her, thank you so much for sending this out to me, and I may have a giveaway in the future because I got an extra set here of both this and this. So I'll probably send out a set to somebody, but that will come up in a couple of weeks. I'll do something. Another lifestyle thing, I wish I had talked about this at the beginning of summer. No, it's not the San Francisco Bridge. This is my bra. Oh my God. How did this happen? Oh my God. Okay, well, on the inside of your bra, those of us who get very warm outside in the humidity, these things, these are panty liners. Have you seen this trick? Okay. Panty liners are so cheap too. You can get like a box of 100 of them really cheap. Anyway, you just take the panty liner, and you just put it inside here on the bottom, and it absorbs and wicks up any kind of sweat or moisture that you may have. Let me just put this one in. Okay, there you go, the San Francisco Bridge with a mustache. So this is like, you know, you do this and, you know, it wicks it away, and you just rip them off at the end of the evening and, you know, replace them next time you wear that. So I think that's a terrific little life hack there for those of us, especially us larger busted ladies. You know, it was great when I was in my 20s. It was like a real man magnet, but anyway, I was in Dollar Tree. I go about once a week to Dollar Tree, and I also watch Belinda. She is pretty and flawed. She does shopping trips. She goes everywhere, and I shop with her online. It's kind of a virtual satisfaction of watching somebody else shop. I get it out of my system. I'm not buying anything, but it's kind of, I'm watching her shop and I'm shopping with her. Anyway, I noticed these are in the Dollar Tree. It is a 3-day teeth whitening treatment. Now these are strips, and they have two types. They have a charcoal infused one, and then they have the ultimate white. I drink a lot of coffee, so my teeth are very stained. There's three of these in here. Let me just open this up if I can. It's very strong. You put this on your teeth, and then you wait 30 minutes, and then you just take them off, you rinse out your mouth, and then you go about your day. So you get 3 treatments. There's an upper strip and a bottom strip in each one of these. And it's $1.25, but it's worth it. If you have an event coming up, it's 3 days before the event, do this and your teeth will be a couple of shades whiter, because my teeth are extremely yellow and almost brown, and they're a little better now, but they were bad before. Oh my God. So I'll try these, you know, as we get closer. I'm going to Reno, so I want to have whiter teeth for Reno. So these are in there, $1.25 for a set of 3. I think it's worth it. If you have sensitivity, you may notice that they're a little strong, but it's a 3-day treatment as opposed to the 28-day treatment. I did link all the stuff I'm talking about is linked below. You can click on it, and where I couldn't find the item, I put a substitute item that works just as well. This was recommended to me by my makeup school. I'm going to the Online Makeup Academy, and this was recommended. This is the Lucas Paw Paw ointment, and this is, Dr. Lucas was like 1890s, early 1900s. He was a doctor who was searching for ingredients that would be effective in skincare, especially for dry skin and eczema patches, and, you know, sensitive, like, healing properties. So if you have a cut or a bruise or a scar, he discovered this, and it's called a Paw Paw ointment. Now, Paw Paw, one of you kind viewers let me know, Paw Paw is a slang word for papaya. Who knew, right? Only about $7 on Amazon. I'll link it below. It comes out as like a petroleum jelly. It's kind of a light yellowy color, petroleum jelly kind of consistency. If you have rough elbows, rough knees, rough feet, eczema patches, this is your gel. And it's scentless. It absorbs in quickly, and it really improves things. Now, what they have us use it for in the Makeup Academy is as a lip conditioner, and also if there are any patches around the eyes, any kind of dry skin patches on the client, we would put this ointment on. It's recommended by the Makeup Academy that I'm going to right now. So this is good stuff, and it's Lucas Paw Paw ointment. For face primers, this, and I talked about it during the declutter, I'm going to bring it up again because it is just so good. This is the Master Blur Stick from Maybelline, and it is in shade 100, which is clear. It's a clear shade. I don't know how to demonstrate this to you because it's a pore blurring, a little dyslexia here going on, a pore blurring face primer. So really, really good. I have tried this under numerous makeups. It works really well with different makeups, and the ones I'm going to discuss in a moment. Absolutely wonderful primer. I would recommend this to anybody who has those large saucer holes in their, what does Angie call it? Orange peel skin. The orange peel skin. Put this puppy over that. Just use it on half your face and see what it does, because you won't believe how good this product is. For eye primer, I don't know why I tried it. I think I was reading the reviews on Sephora, and everybody was giving this like 5 stars, and they said it's a wonderful eye primer. Always an Optimist is the name of it, from Rare Beauty. Rare Beauty, of course, is Selena Gomez. Beautiful packaging here. Now it's a little doe foot. It's a very light tint. A very light tint. It's so subtle that you'll see a slight variance in the color, especially if you have discolorations. It's very age friendly. This is a wonderful eye primer. I think it's my favorite this year. It may win my best of the year in December. I don't know. Holds the makeup on nicely, and it doesn't grip it so much that it won't blend. You know, there's a fine line there with eye primers. I think the Power Grip one was the one I didn't. It just kept grabbing it was really hard to blend eyeshadows over it. So I love this. This is the Rare Beauty, always an Optimist, and it is an eye primer that's got a very light tint to it. Really, really wonderful. Okay, I took back my REM concealer, the sweetener concealer, the one that was too light. It was shade like 5W, I think it was, and it was like, it was the lightest light ivory I've ever put. I put it on, it looked like it was white on me. So I went back and I looked at the colors. They're sold out online on Ulta, but if you go to your local Ulta store, you have a really good chance of seeing all 60 shades. She has 60 shades. This is Ariana Grande's makeup brand. She has makeup and skincare. This is the only thing in the line I like for me. I don't think the rest of it is that age friendly, but this is age friendly, and this is a wonderful, wonderful concealer. It is in a pot, and it comes with a little scoopy. You can take a little bit out. This is shade 7C, and what I like about this, let me just put it on here, is it's got a brightening effect. It's got good coverage. It doesn't sink into the lines. After you press it in, put a light layer of powder over the top, it will not sink in the lines. Now, everything I put on my face around my eyes does sink into lines right away, but I press it out with my ring finger. I press it out and I tap in just a little bit of powder, and that keeps it from moving back into the line. But this color is great. The 6 is a cool pink. That would be my second choice. That was a cool light pink. The 5 was the one I had that was so light, it was just white light. Really, 60 shades though. So if you do the math, you know, that lower 10 there are all light shades. So you can feel confident that any of the ones, I would say 1 through 8, if you have very light skin, you can wear any of those 1 through 8 ones pretty well. So just gauge it. I'm a medium light, close to the light of the medium light, and shade 7C works really nicely with me because it has that slightly peachy color correcting effect. So REM concealer, it's called the Sweetener Concealer. Really, really lovely concealer. I'm very pleased with it. And I don't know, I don't think it's I don't like to use the words Holy Grail. I think it irritates you, doesn't it, when people say it's a Holy Grail? Because, you know, 6 months from now there's a new Holy Grail. There's only one Holy Grail, right? I don't know, it depends on your ideology, I guess, right? Well, with makeup, there's more than one Holy Grail, especially if you have a YouTube channel. Okay, Nicole Johnson. I don't know if you know her. If you watch Nicole Johnson, she is an outstanding makeup artist. She has been in the business a long time. She's very clear, very plain with her language, and she's one of these in that gray and silver hair brigade, people that are just letting their hair they're not coloring their hair anymore and it's going gray. And I think she's 45 to 48 years old. I don't know, she's somewhere in that range. She works it really nice. She looks good. I personally keep coloring my hair, and I know I'm gray. I'm back here. I think I've got some gray here. I'm gray and white. It doesn't work for me, and I don't want to be color shamed, you know, hair color shamed. It's like, okay, you gray-haired people, go for it, but don't give me crap because I'm still using the Revlon colors. Okay. Anyway, let's get off that. This is Chanel Le Beige Eau de Tint Water Fresh Tint. And this is medium light. And this is something that she demonstrated because she said it was beautiful for age. It's very age friendly. It's beautiful for older skin texture folks. And so I was fascinated with it because it looked really pretty on her. Now because her coloring is different and she's got that silver gray hair, we don't look alike enough, you know, for me to kind of trust her on a color for foundation or, and she has, I think she has normal to combination skin. I forget what it is, but I have dry skin. And she said it would be really good for any skin type, and it's like a minimal looking makeup. So I ordered the medium light. She had a medium light, and it looks kind of light on her, but I think she had a strong front light. Anyway, it comes with a little brush, and this brush, it reminds me of those, do you remember those spoon brushes it was a fad for like 15 minutes. They were shaped like a spoon, and they had these kind of bristles. And they just would never dry. Once you washed them, it would take like 5 days for them to dry. So they just went out really quick, but lots of people still use those. I mean, they work nicely, but they do. They take like forever to dry if you wash them. And the brush that comes with this, I wouldn't use it. I did try it with it. It wasn't my thing. Okay, so this is medium light. I'm normally a medium light. I want you to see this color. Look at this. Can you see this color compared to my skin? Oh, hello. Hello darkness, my old friend. This is medium light. And I thought, oh crap, I'm gonna have to return this, right? It's way too dark. Hello. Okay, so let me just squirt some on my hand and we'll make a point here. Okay, you see how dark it is? But it has little poppies in it, and it reminds me so much of Jane Iredale. You know, Jane Iredale used to have that same kind of liquid foundation that had little different colored dots in some kind of liquid goo. Same thing. Now this gives you a very smoothed over look, like it's slightly color correcting, it slightly evens out your skin tone. And it's kind of neat. It really is a true, what I would call a true minimalist makeup. You actually look like a normal person. It is undetectable on your skin, but it smooths out discolorations and makes your skin tone look even. It is the most perfect minimalist looking makeup I ever saw. And I mean, even an hour later, I couldn't, there was usually, it settles a little here and there, or you know, it bunches up somewhere. This stayed put, but, and this is the sad, horrible part. Now I'm going to show you my arm here. Looks fine, right? Doesn't look too dark. It's not a tan like we used to do in the 60s. We'd get the darker shade so we'd get a tan while we were trying to sit out with our baby oil and iodine. In the meantime, we'd put this tan makeup on and look awful. Anyway, this stuff blends into your skin. So it's a true medium light. The light shade is a true light. So if you are a light, get the light. If you are a medium light, get this dark, icky color because it doesn't blend in dark and icky. It looks really nice. Now my problem is I do this at lunchtime. I usually go out for lunch at my job, and I look in the rearview mirror of the car. And this is a very depressing thing to do, actually, if you're an older person. It's like, oh, girl, look at this. It was almost all gone. I mean, all these imperfections were back. My texture was back. Where I didn't wear a mask up in this area was fine. But all my lower face was complete, and my chin completely, it was like I didn't have any makeup on at all. And I thought, you know, if you're going to spend 65 bills on this, it better the heck stay on your face longer than 2 hours. So to me, it's kind of a fail. But if you don't touch your face a lot, if you don't have a lot of discoloration, this is a lovely minimalist foundation. But I think for the price point, I really expected more from it, performance-wise. I don't know what to say, whether I should say that it's a fail, because it really is, it is a fail for me because it didn't last very long. For the price point, come on. This is the Hourglass Soft Glam Foundation, the Ambient Soft Glam Foundation. Now everybody and their uncle on YouTube, except me, has talked about this. I just got it. I got, what shade is this? All right, this is shade 5 again. Got another shade 5. This is kind of warm toned for me. I am wearing it today. I would just put a little blob on here and smooth it out for you. I don't know if you can see it. This is shade 5. Shade 6 was way too dark. Shade 4 was way too light. So I got shade 5. But it's kind of warm toned, like golden-y. It spreads nicely. It looks very nice. It breaks down really nice. It stays about 5-6 hours. I saw polka dots on my nose. I saw polka dots on my chin on the breakdown. But everything else kind of stayed nice. There was a little bit of pieces of particles. You know, some foundations have that. There's this tiny microscopic looking little particles. And I always have that problem with Hourglass foundations. They have those little particles. Maybe because I have dry skin, it just brings them out. I don't know. But I was disappointed in this because I could see the little particles close up, but far back, you know, it's kind of hot looking. It's pretty good. It lasted all day. It did not break down, except on my chin, which most foundations do, and I had little tiny polka dots. Now, I hadn't tried it with my Maybelline blur stick, so maybe that will help it a little bit if I put the blur stick on first, and I'm sorry I didn't try it with that. But I tried it with other primers and face creams. I was heavily moisturized. I think it's made more for normal to normal combination skin on the oily side. I don't think it's made for really dry skin or for very old textured skin, because I wound up getting the little polka dots. So I don't know whether to tell you it's a fail or not, because it did last. But the colors were kind of weird. The color was kind of weird. I think there's several different shades of this, which is nice. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to return this. So when I ordered the foundation, it was over $35. So I put in the code to get the hair sample set for August, and I'm telling you, today's the 31st. If you're seeing this today, go on Sephora and order this, because I tried to link it. I'm not sure if they're going to keep the link. I'm going to show you what's in the hair sample packet they gave me for free by ordering that foundation. Here's Pureology. This is the shampoo and conditioner. And you know, when I go to Reno, yep, the Moroccan oil shampoo and conditioner treatment. The Amika Soul Food hair mask. This is the Mizani, this is hair milk leave-in conditioner, I believe. The BB hairdressers. This is a hair mask. Olaplex number 3, and this is one healthy little sample. Holy cow, this is full. Wow, that stuff is gold. You know how expensive that stuff is. Then this is a sample, and it was free. The Way leave-in conditioner. Way. He goes like Way. And this is Day, which is D-A-E, and they are a company that use desert botanicals in their hair care. I can't wait to try this. It's a shampoo and conditioner, and since I'm going to Reno, I can't wait to try these things, because they're all travel size, so I think that'll be a lot of fun. Cactus and fake daisy and something else they use. The Briogeo Scalp Revival, and this helps you, you know, your scalp in the summertime can get yeast infections, colonies of yeast infections. Dandruff is, yeah. And you know, if you get a lot of scaling around your nose, that's also like a yeast colony, and you can use dandruff shampoo, spot touch it and sleep in it overnight, and it kills the yeast colonies around your nose, in case you're wondering what that is. It's dandruff on your face, basically. Okay, anyway, Briogeo Scalp Revival Charcoal and Coconut Oil Micro Exfoliating Shampoo. So this takes all the crap off of your scalp. Now, because I use the those fibers in my hair to fill in my scalp because I'm missing hair. I love getting old. Anyway, I use those fibers, you know, that you pour on your scalp and they stick there. So I have to get them off, and that's one of those kinds of things that will help. And then we have Living Proof Frizz Nourishing, No Frizz Nourishing Styling Cream. So all that stuff for free for ordering the Hourglass. So I'm not sure how they're going to handle the return of the Hourglass. If I'm going to have to return these too, I can't imagine they'd make me return them. I don't know. Okay. This is, I'm so glad I got this. You know, when you see these sampler cards of different kinds of makeup, it's really good to try them out. This is the Clinique. This is the Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation. And I always want to give them a try because I love their pop blush and I love their pop lipsticks formulations. But I've never had luck with their foundations, and this was butt awful. Oh my God. Awful, awful, bad for dry skin, sinks into the lines, exaggerates your texture, leaves polka dots ad infinitum. So that was a fail. I'm so glad I got this. Sephora sent that to me. So now I just placed this order from Sephora, just received it. So I'm on Facebook, and I know, you know, if you're on Facebook, you probably have seen now they're starting to put ads in between your newsfeed, you know, saying, you know, a high school reunion and, you know, your local town news, and then, you know, whatever your groups are doing, you know, and I'm in the House of the Dragon. Oh my gosh, I love that. We're going to have episode 3 coming up this weekend. I am so enjoying that, and I know that there's also a series called Jon Snow, and there's a series called the White Walkers. So I'm enjoying this, but you go on the Facebook page for any of the discussion groups about this, there's always some jerk in there that's got spoilers because they read the book. You know, it's the book readers just are so annoying. Oh, well, this happens and this person dies and that person's pregnant and this person has twins and oh, well, this person gets killed, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to know. Okay, I like to watch it as I go along. And then I watched it a second time because I missed half of it because I was so like freaked out. I mean, they had this one scene where this guy was nailing people's hands to a post and letting hermit crabs eat them slowly. That's Game of Thrones. Anyway, I was looking at my Facebook feed, not to get too far off the trail here. And up comes a Sephora ad, and I say, oh, gee, what's this? Some kind of skin? And it's a sex toy. A sex toy. I'm like, are you kidding me? And so I'm like, I click on the thing, right, to go to Sephora, and it takes me to Sephora. They have a whole section on personal care, and it's not, they're selling sex toys. Can you imagine buying something off of Sephora, a sex toy, and then it doesn't work? And you got to take it to a store and say, you know, this, you know, super vibrato Donkey Kong or whatever doesn't work on high speed. I mean, I can't believe it. Sephora, really, that's a reach. That is just crossing the line. I mean, it does put color in your cheeks, I mean, on the makeup level, but however, please don't, and you know, and I put in there, do not put this kind of an ad in my feed ever again. Because that was so embarrassing. I was like, it can't be Sephora. And it's Sephora, and I went in there because I didn't believe it, and I probably shouldn't have just clicked on it because now they think, oh, she likes those things, you know, and it's like, you know, but I haven't since. I still get husky dogs, you know, Mika, the husky, the talking husky. You know, she's always very vocal dog. Anyway. So anyway, that's what Sephora has a section on that. Now they dropped their Z palettes, but they brought that section in. I cannot, I still can't believe it. I mean, hair care, skin care, makeup, I get it. Supplements even, I get it. But not sex toys, really. Please no, Sephora. Once you sell these out or whatever, just get rid of them, okay? Just please don't. Is anybody buying them? Well, I'm sure you're not going to say anything in the comments, but how do you feel about that? How do you feel about Sephora selling sex toys? I mean, that's ridiculous. Oh my God. I know I sound like a prude, but like, this is a makeup store, okay? And I allowed the skincare and the hair care in, okay? And then the hair care devices and the skincare devices. Okay, allowed those in. But that's like pushing it. That's pushing it. Really. Oh my God. Speaking of Z palettes, they don't sell Z palettes anymore, and I have several, and I wanted to go back and get more, and they don't have them. But I depotted a lot of my palettes so that I would have all my shadows together. And to depot something, you can actually take your hair dryer on low pot and put it on the underside of your palette. Just run it there for about 10 seconds. Open up your palette, and then you can actually take I use a baby diaper pin and just pull it right, it comes right out. And then you can use these little stickers. If it's not magnetized, if it doesn't have metal on it, you can use these little stickers, peel this off, stick it onto the bottom, and it adheres to these magnetic palettes. And I did it with all of my Visearts except for my bridal satins. I did it to all my Visearts. Now look at this. This is like a rainbow of colors. I mean, I'm just so pleased with this. I have, these are things from different palettes that I took them out of my Visearts. I took them out of some of my oddball palettes because I'm not using all the colors, because I'm thinking, oh, I've got to pick this one up for the green, and I've got to pick this one up for the brown, oh, and I've got to pick this one up for the maroon color. But this way I've got them. These are shimmers and mattes of colors, and then I have my light shimmers. These are light shimmers in here, and they are just, you know, you can just use them, you know, on the inside as a final touch to your eye look. These are just light shimmers. I thought that would be a nice way to do it. And then I have all my neutrals here. And Tarte doesn't make this anymore. This is a Tarte palette, a Z palette. It has a mirror and it folds back. But look at this. I've got all my light ivories. These are all mattes. Light ivories, transition colors, warm and cool. I've got black down to dark brown. And this one up here, guess what this one is? This is my Wet n Wild Brulee. I finally put it in a palette. So now I can use these without regard to where they came from. I just know they're all quality shadows and they're working really well. I will put a sheet on the back what they are and their expiration, because I want to give them 3-year expiration. So now the ones that I couldn't get out of the pan because they were just too tough, I scraped them out, mixed them with alcohol, and pressed them down. And you can do that with these little pans. You can buy these little pans, which I need. These things, and you can buy a larger size for blushes and a smaller size for eyeshadows. Really, really nice. Put these on the back if you need to. Just peel them off, stick them on the bottom, and they stick to the magnetic palette. These are really cheap. You can buy these stickers in little squares or round circles on Amazon, really cheap. You can also buy these little palettes really cheap too, like 50 in a pack for $8 or something. And you can just scrape out, you know, you would just take, you can just scrape out all the shadow out of it if you can't pull it into the palette. Spray some alcohol, which I have some alcohol here. You would just spray it into the palette first. I'm not going to demonstrate it because I already did it, but I would just spray some into the palette first, like that. Scrape some powder in there, and I would press it down. put some more in and then spray it again on the top and let it sit overnight to dry, and the alcohol will evaporate, it will kill any bacteria in there, and then in the morning you've got a beautiful pressed eyeshadow. And you can see how I've done some of mine a little bit messy, but now these purple and pink ones I've done, the round ones are ones that I scraped out of the palette and flattened out and put alcohol with. So I get the colors, I have them all together, my purples, blues, greens, I have silver and gold, I have the pinks and the warmer tones for autumn. These are matte and shimmer shades. So this is a wonderful thing to take with me. And then just the neutrals. So I have these two palettes. I can do pretty much any of the eye look. And then the finishing touch light shimmer shades here. So for 3 palettes, this is about the equivalent of 15 palettes right here. And they're right here, easy to carry. It's a great thing to do. It certainly took my collection down even more from what I did when I did my collection. Now you can buy these on Amazon. I'll link it below. This is one that it comes with some of these and some of these little stickers. So, and I like the clear top so you can see inside, you know, what's inside. It's good to see that, especially if you have a lot of eyeshadows and you want to have maybe just the blues, the greens, and the purples here, and have just the browns, you know, the oranges, the reds in another one. But having the clear top is really nice. Now Sephora no longer sells their Z palettes. They had really good ones. I guess they're using that section for sex toys now. I just can't get over that. It just really bothers me, okay? It really bothers me. It's like, don't do this. Don't ruin my makeup store. And you know, I'm not going to make rouge next year anyway. I'm rouge now, but I may not make it for next year because I'm pretty pissed off about that. I really am. So unless they don't have the brand somewhere else, I'll get it in Sephora, and I am returning this to them, so I'm going to see what happens there. Now my brushes. This is cool, huh? In my declutter, I had originally gone through all my brushes, talked about them, the ones I kept, the ones I got rid of, but it just made the video like 2 hours long, and I thought, oh my god, it's already an hour and a half without all of that chatter. So I speeded it up and kind of just fast forwarded through it, and I know that it was the very first thing I decluttered, and you're probably like, what's she doing? You know, why isn't she talking? And it was just because it took so long. It took like 15 minutes to get through the brushes. So that's why I did that. I'm so sorry. So this is a brush roll organizer. Look at this. It has this to protect them from falling out. But I can show you, these are my brushes. And what's nice about a brush roll, even using it at home, now of course I want to use this in my, with my clients when I'm doing makeup stuff, like professionally. But I have like my blending brushes, mascara cleaner, brow brushes, we have small point brushes, we have shadow brushes, crease brushes, and then face brushes, foundation brushes, powder brushes, blush brushes, a little bit of everything. I can see exactly where all my brushes are. They're all kind of in a sequence. I can grab it, when I clean it, I can put it back, I know where it goes. It's an absolutely wonderful system, and this brush roll, you just roll it up, you can put this over the top to keep them from falling out, and you just roll it tight, and it's got a Velcro strap on it. You just put that right around and it holds it shut. So here's all your brushes. Really, really wonderful item. I think it's only about $9 on Amazon. I'll link it below. I bought it for my client use, but I'm actually enjoying it at home too, because I mean, you can have all your brushes, in a little cup like this, but you got to search a little bit for them. When you have them all laid out like this, this is really nice. And the last Z palette type of thing I want to talk about, this is the lip one. And I haven't put my lipsticks in there yet, but this has little indentations in it. You can put lipsticks in there just to take it. And this way, and I only have, they're small because I want to clean, if I use any color on a client, I want to clean out that square completely, put alcohol in it and replace it. And I think I can do that a lot easier having these smaller squares than having larger squares and more product. And this way I think it'll reserve my lipsticks a little bit more. But I think this is a great idea. This comes in a pack of 2. You also get a black version. So I think it's a great, this is a lip palette where you can just put your lipsticks in there. And again, traveling, this is wonderful. I can't wait to try all of these things on my trip. So I am going to Reno in a couple weeks. I can't believe it. And yeah, it's not really a joy trip though. I'm going to visit my brother who's not very well. And the person who's going with me wants to go to the Automobile Museum. So it's just going to be a banner week for me. Anyway, for brows, I have been using my Joa Brow Down to Me. The taupe color is wonderful. There's also a cool blonde shade. This is wonderful. I think I definitely am going to do a Joa special on them, you know, like a docutorial kind of thing where I try to locate who the owners are and all that stuff and try to get a story for you built up, and give me a little time on that one. But this is beautiful. It's got a nice spoolie on one end. It's got a nice fine point pencil. I think it's really nice, and I like a cool blonde shade. I don't like anything that's too golden or yellow. I don't like anything that's too dark. I don't like big old dark eyebrows. I think they look gross on people who have very light hair and then they have really dark eyebrows. It's like something's wrong there. Something's amiss. I don't know. Okay. Eyeliners. When I was decluttering, I found this. This is like finding an old friend. This is the Lay Liner from L'Oreal, and even though I despise L'Oreal as a brand, I do like this eyeliner. And I know Glitzy Fritzy was comparing it with the Lancome eyeliner, and they are identical. This is the brown denim shade, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful liner. What's nice about this liner is that it stays put when you put it in your waterline. It's one of the few liners that will do that for you. So the Lay Liner, L-E-L-I-N-E-R, in brown denim from L'Oreal. Really, really nice eyeliner. Okay, as you know, I have been talking about Thrive Cosmetics for several years. I've done a couple specials on them. I just recently did a special on them because of the lawsuit that was against them. I wanted to make sure everybody understood the premise of that lawsuit and why they're still a cool company and they're really great people. Now this is Crystal, and this shade of mascara is actually, it's a tubing mascara, and it's actually a dark brown color as opposed to black. And I really prefer this to the black shade of the Thrive Cosmetics because I have lighter skin, lighter brows, and it's not as starkly black as the black shade. Bryn, I think Bryn is the black shade. This is Crystal, the dark brown shade. There's a subtle difference between this and the black, and I love this. Now, along comes Tarte with their new Tartelette tubing mascara, and oh my gosh, this is a wonderful tubing mascara. Now, it's pretty close to the length and volume of the Thrive, and what I love about this is it does give you length and volume, plus it does not smear in the hottest, most humid afternoon in Connecticut. I tell you, I have put this to the test. I worked all day. I'd come home after 10 hours since I put it on, and I'm telling you, this stuff is wonderful. It is it's fairly new from Tarte. It's got a nice bristle brush. It's in black. I don't think they have a brown shade in it. The Tartelette tubing mascara. And what's really cool is if you are following that Ulta 21 Days special, Thursday, September 8th, Tartelette tubing mascara is going to be half price at $10.50. It's actually going to be $10.50, I think. And that's less than the travel size. So this is the travel size. I would definitely pick that up at the sale. As far as the Ulta 21 Days sale, I never really find a whole lot in that interests me. I think whoever picks those things really meh. And I'm really pissed off because they group things together and they'll go woman-owned products, and it's like, oh, you know, and it's like, okay, what's that, you know? But you have to click on it, and then they show you like one product from each of these brands, and it's not necessarily the product from that brand you'd like to have. But they do have the Jane Iredale. They do have Jane Iredale, the powder foundation refills that you can use in one of these. Yeah, that's for sale. Let's see, we have Saturday, September 3rd, because I'm sure this video is going to be up before then. Saturday, September 3rd, the Benefit Precisely My Brow pens are on sale for like half price. Sunday, September 4th, it's the Bobbi Brown eyeliners in the pot. I love pot eyeliners. I think they work really nicely. Right now I'm using the Ambient one for school because they recommend it, but it's this kind of an eyeliner where you dip in and you can paint it. Those are really nice eyeliners. You have to make sure you keep that cover on tight. That is, and Bobbi Brown, just so you know, Bobbi Brown is not involved with Bobbi Brown Cosmetics anymore. She sold her stock in that company and walked away. She opened Jones Street. So she's not even involved at all, Bobbi Brown Cosmetics. So don't think you're supporting Bobbi Brown with that. And I like Bobbi Brown a lot, but her namesake is still on this makeup, but she has nothing to do with it. Okay, Wednesday, September 7th, the Jane Iredale Powder Foundation is on sale, and then Thursday, September 8th, is the Tarte Lip Tubing Mascara. So those are the things that I picked of interest in the the Ulta sale. This is the travel size. I think it's around $14, but personally, I would wait until next week and buy it in the Ulta sale for $10.50, and you get the full size. So that's my little hint and tip for you. Moving along here, I watch, once in a while in my feed, I will see in my YouTube, you know, when you click on it and it shows other YouTubers that you're not subscribed to, but they're in there. There's just pictures of them. Sometimes I watch them, and this one woman was demonstrating all the Rare Beauty lipsticks. She was young. She had these huge, like, lips. You know, like a lot of them getting injections now. Boy, are they going to be sorry later. Well, anyway, she had beautiful, large, smooth lips, and she tried on each of the Rare Beauty lipsticks. Every single one of them, of course, looked stunning on her. She was probably 19, 20 years old. But the one that struck me the most was this color, Lively. I'm actually wearing it today. Lively is a beautiful kind of a peachy coral shade. The packaging is very elegant, really nice. This is the color. And let me just put that right there so you can see it. I am wearing it with a gloss over, so I just put it over. Now on its own, I don't like it. It's very dry. It is a matte lipstick. I didn't realize it was a matte lipstick because on her everything looks so beautiful, and she had smooth lips. Well, I don't have smooth lips. I have wrinkly, liney kind of lips with texture on. And it brought out every single line and wrinkle in my lip. So I used the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the Universal shade, and I just really put it in the middle. It works really well with that lipstick. So the combination of these two works really nicely, but I'm so disappointed in the formulation of this. I probably am going to return this. And I think I got it at Sephora, part of that order with the Hourglass foundation that I'm also returning. I think they're going to make me give back my hair care. I don't know. Or they're going to charge me for it. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated. So this is Lively from Rare Beauty, a very pretty color. I think all of her colors are pretty, but it is very drying on the lips. So if you have a lot of texture on your lips, forget about it. Forget about it. And Fenty Beauty, the Universal Gloss Bomb. This is, you know, nice. I mean, everybody likes this. This is a really nice lip balm. One last thing. This is the B color as opposed to C color. This is the B color lip gloss with hyaluronic acid. This is from Dollar Tree, or $1.25 Tree as I call it. This is their new home brand, B color. And it's not C color like the people that do the dupes of high-end stuff. This is B color for $1.25. It's got hyaluronic acid in it. It's actually a very pleasant lip gloss. I think it works nicely. This is called Fire Opal or something, this color, but it's just barely any, it's very sheer, so you're not going to see any kind of bright red or anything. I think it's a really nice, pleasant little lip gloss. There is a slight scent to it, not strong at all, and you won't notice it on your mouth. I thought it was very pleasant. So this is the hydrating lip gloss from B Color, which is their new home brand in Fire Quartz, it's called. They've got a picture of a red fireball, which doesn't look anything like this, but you know, it's Dollar Tree. Come on, let's get real. Hyaluronic acid, it says it enhances lip contour and creates shine. It creates shine, and it is moisturizing. So, but I just thought I'd throw that in there because I'm always keeping an eye on what's going on at Dollar Tree, because they level up sometimes. They have some stuff that's fairly good. So, okay, I think that's everything. I hope that you have a wonderful week and make it a beautiful day. Take care, everybody. Toodles.